Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy. Today I have the brand new Octomore 10.1 and 10.3. This year, both exclusively matured in ex-American oak barrels. According to Bruichladdich, the maturation is so similar, the only major difference is where they source the barley from. We'll see if I like the Islay or the Scottish better when I nose it, taste it, and give it a mark. Alright, starting with the 10.1, it is the Scottish barley, 5 years old, 107 ppm, 59.8% ABV, and 42,000 total bottles produced. For the purposes of this, I'll just list my tasting notes here and kind of add to it as we go on the nose. So in typical Octomore fashion, you get those coastal, salty, briny kind of notes to this. Definitely like the wet rocks style. A little bit of fruit, a little peach, a little vanilla. Approachable nose, doesn't blow you away, maybe like another Octomore would. But yeah, more subtle on the nose, I'd say. Not too crazy as far as what's going on with this, but enjoyable. Let's go palate. So on the palate, that kind of peach characteristic carries over, almost like that like peach cobbler kind of dessert note to it. Again, a little bit of vanilla, those coastal notes, smoke on the finish for sure. Barbecue char, get a lot of barbecue char on this. That's one thing that I noticed kind of right away when I was doing these tasting notes for the tens. The barbecue char level on these are just cranked right up. Probably more than I've experienced before on most Octomores, I'd say. But then again, on this finish, it's not too long. It kind of just hits you. You get that barbecue char, lemon note, and then it kind of just dissipates and kind of thins out. Kind of very short finish for an Octomore. For Octomore standards, it is a shorter finish. And the note that I get that I'm not thrilled about is like a kind of a paint thinner, like iodine kind of medicinal bunch of notes put together on the finish. It kind of just hits you with this kind of alcohol-y paint thinner, I guess is the most accurate way I describe it. Not thrilled about that note. The rest of it, love the barbecue char, love the lemon, the fruit aspect to it, the saltiness, great. Just that finish, short, and that one note just kind of hurts it a little bit for me. That being said, the other elements of this whiskey are pretty good. I'm going to give it 85 out of 100. For value, great price on these. Again, Alberta is the best place in the entire world for Octomore prices. Paid $125 Canadian for this. That is like, $100 US. If you see an Octomore for any less than $100 US, let me know, because I'm pretty confident in saying that this is the cheapest price of Octomore anywhere in the entire planet. So value, I'm going to bump it up another mark, 86 out of 100 on this one. Let's go to the 10.3. This year's 10.3, coming in at 6 years old, it is the Islay barley. 114 ppm, 61.3% ABV, and 24,000 bottles produced on the nose. Yes, this is more reminiscent of the Octomores that I love. Really awesome, like grilled fish with like lemon juice, plus that smokiness coming through. A little bit of that saltiness again, that brininess. But in this one, works really well balanced with those other notes. You get just a touch of that like damp hay kind of note. One thing I noticed about this 10.3 versus other 0.3s is that kind of farm aspect, the damp hay, the grass, the like soil aspect to it is almost gone. You just get a little bit of that hay, but most of those notes aren't found in this one. But what it's replaced with is this char, this like awesome barbecue smoked char note. That's really, really good. Let's go palate. Yeah, that's really, really nice. So again, that barbecue char cranked up to 11 on this. It's huge how much smoke and char and barbecue ribs and like all of these like smoked meat aspects are coming through on this whiskey. Finish nice and long. It's almost like if you've ever walked through a rib fest and you walk kind of like behind the trailers where all the exhaust is coming out and you just get hit with the big exhaust fume and you smell all of that char, barbecue sauce, like all of that. It's like this. It's like you're tasting that smoke. Awesome stuff. Mark for me, I'm going to say 88.5 out of 100 on this one. Again, price on this from Alberta, 145 Canadian dollars. Absolutely incredible. Most of these I see them going for 250 US dollars at least. So yeah, I'm adding a 1.5 for value, bringing that up to a 90 out of 100. These two head to head, I'm going to say I'm just a little bit disappointed with the 0.1. Last year's 0.1, yeah, you know, the 0.1s have kind of been a little bit lackluster to the 0.3s. 0.3s, more complexity, bigger, bolder, stronger finish in my opinion. The sweetness aspect works really, really well with all that other like saltiness, brininess, stuff like that. The balance, the mesh of this whiskey, far superior to this one in my opinion. So if you have to make a decision, if you are at a store and you're an Octomore fan and you can pick between a 0.3 and 0.1, 0.3 every time, for sure. Yeah, really, really like these ones. Let's compare them to last year's 9.1, 9.3. All right, just really quick with the 9.1 versus the 10.1. So very similar on the nose. You get those almost those exact same notes. Just on the palate, you're not getting as much of that barbecue char. Again, these barbecue chars on the 10s are cranked way up, but you are getting a better finish in my opinion for sure. Creamy vanilla note, nice integrated smokiness with the fruit. The richness of that vanilla, really, really good on the 9.1. Again, 10.1 finish wasn't quite there. So I think that's kind of the main difference. Very, very similar on the nose. The finish and the balance better on the 9.1 than 10.1. Moving on to the 9.3. I named this one my Whiskey of the Year last year. I do love this one quite a bit. Yeah, so on the nose on this, more peach. The fruit aspect is cranked up a bit more, where I'd say a little more maybe coastal on the 10. And again, that barbecue char, not as heavily present here, but what you're getting with this one is those more farm notes, those soil, you know, damp hay, manure-y kind of notes. That's really nice. So again, I'd say definitely the more farm notes come through on the 9. The 10, all those farm notes pretty much have been replaced with heavy smoke barbecue char. So it depends. If you like that, you might like the 10 better. Both the 0.3s are great in my opinion. They're must-buys if you are an Isla peated fan for sure. And the 0.1s, where they're good, I mean, I would take the 0.3s every single time, no matter what. So there you have it. There are all the scores. This is what I gave the ones last year. You can go check out that review right here if you want. And let me know what you think. Have you tried the new Octomores yet? Let me know your thoughts. Octomore coming with a lot of different releases now. They have a new concept one out that I'd love to try. I reviewed the Event Horizon. You can check out that review here. I have a 10-year-old that I should review soon as well. I do like that one a lot. And yeah, so let me know what you think. What is your favorite Octomore? If you haven't tried the new ones yet, what's the one you go to all the time? Let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate it. As always, guys, have a good one. Cheers.